दिव्य परिमल महा गंधानामी नमाहुं गंधानामुपरि हरिद्रा कुंकुम विदेशं समर्पयामि नमाहुं अक्षदा विदेशं समर्पयामि नमाहुं रतपुष्पेण पूजयामि नमाहुं ओम गंगनाथाय नमः ओम जगदण्डाय नमः ओम हेरम्बाय नमः ओम लंबोदराय नमः ओम नागेरप्रियाय नमः ओम मोदकभक्षणाय नमः ओम अभीष्टवर्ध हरिद्रा महागणपतये नमः ओम गंगणेशाय विद्महे वक्रतुंडाय धीमहि श्री महागणपति प्रियदाम नमः सर्वभ्रात्या ओम वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देवा सर्वकार्ये सर्वदा ओं नमो देव देवेश वल्लभारमणे प्रभु मया रब्धगरम्याकं निर्विघ्नाय प्रसीद मे महागणपते मंगल प्रार्थनानि समर्पयामि नमः ओं कामाभिलाषान् प्रतिष्ठापयामि नमः शोभनात्रे सेवाय पुनरागमनाय ओं नमोधराणि विद्महे सर्वसिद्धे धीमहि तन्नो प्रचोदयात् विश्वासमुदो दोषं ददाति प्रसव्यो दानीति एकदा ब्रह्मणपति एकदै वेदमानाजुस्तेजो ददाति ओं नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो प्रचोदयात् नारकेतमद्भुतधने सर्वसम्पदा श्रीयागसंहन्ति पापं वेदान्तनुष्ठये अगेरं समर्पयेयुः ओं इमं मे वर्णस्रुतिको मध्याजमृजा वामुष्णाजगे प्रताजामि ब्रह्मणा वन्दमान तदाराः तेजमानो अविद्भिः अगेरमानवर्णैवोत्रिशकुन्तमान आदित्योदिः अवैनं तस्मिन् करेशे यागरक्षक आकाश लिंग स्वरूप येरा एवं वरुणाजम आवागजामि नमः समर्पयामि नमः वस्त्रविधेयं समर्पयामि नमः यज्ञोपवीतं समर्पयामि नमः यज्ञोपवीतं समर्पयामि नमः दिव्यगन्धाधारयामि नमः गन्धानामुपरि हरिद्राकुं समर्पयामि नमः अक्षदानि समर्पयामि नमः पूजयामि नमः ओम त्वंबकाय नमः ओम प्रदेरसे नमः ओम स्वरूपिणे नमः ओम भवाम्बरजे नमः ओम जलाधिपतये नमः ओम मकरवाकाय नमः ओम सीतराजाय नमः ओम पद्माधिपतये नमः ओम बंबरुणाय नमः ओम आकाशलिंगाय नमः ओम सात्येन्द्रोत्तरं नित्यं मदिना ज्योतिर्मयान् दिवं गगाने विशेषम अमृतोद्भवे अमृतवर्षिणी अमृतं द्रावय 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 स्वाहाकारं कृत्वा अमृतं भवतु नमो नमः अमृतादिदानमस्य नमो नमः अमृतं द्रावय द्रावय देवी परमहाविशेषं शनति प्रकारेण ओम प्राणाय स्वाहा ओम अपानाय स्वाहा ओम ज्ञानाय स्वाहा ओम दानाय स्वाहा ओम समानाय स्वाहा ओम ब्रह्मणे स्वाहा मंगलमंगल एतानि मुखवास महाविशेषं समर्पयामि नमः ओम नीलाञ्जनम् ओम कुम्भकाय विद्महे परहस्ताय धीमहि तन्नो वरुणः प्रचोदयात् वरुणस्य यामरक्षिण आकाशदिक्ताय नमः ब्रह्मणेशाय नमो नमः सर्वस्वार्थाय नमः ओम तदोभ्राप्स्यान् ओम नमो मकरवाधाय पादहस्ताय नमः नमः प्रदेशे तुभ्यं परमाय नमो नमः ओम धृतावसानि धराजराजः नराजगद्गानवपञ्चवान् बुद्धत्कामान् सदगासिद्धारे एकत्रिमर्षे शिवसूत्रजारम् आकाशलिङ्गाय ओम वरुणाजनाय मन्त्रप्रार्थनानि समर्पयामि नमः ओम परिदः ओम परिदः ओम गौरी देवी नमः ओम पद्मा देवी नमः ओम सजी देवी नमः ओम मेधा देवी नमः ओम सावित्री देवी नमः ओम विजया देवी नमः ओम जया देवी नमः ओम निदेना देवी नमः ओम सुधा देवी नमः ओम स्वाहा देवी नमः ओम मातृ देवी नमः ओम मातृ देवी नमः ओम सती देवी नमः ओम तुष्टि देवी नमः ओम पुष्टि देवी नमः ओम पुरदेवी नमः ओम षोडशकला मातृका शक्तये आवागन्धमर्पयामि नमः अंसुरादिकं समर्पयामि नमः अस्मिन् कलशे जागरक्षकजागरक्षकजागरक्षकजनेदानि महापृथ्वीलिङ्ग काञ्चीपुर एकाम्बर महालिङ्गाय कुण्डे आवाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि नमः षोडशकला मातृका शक्तये नमः पद्मवत्सयामि देवी स्तोत्रमात्रेण सिद्ध्यते नमन्त्रोण संदत्तेन विद्यते विविद्यते विराजाब्देन सत्येत सर्वमुच्चारणानिकं समग्राणि देतति लोकसङ्कामाम्बरः कृत्वा निमन्त्रयामासः सर्वमेदं सुरं स्तोत्रं वैद्यं विराजास्पदचित्तं जगासः समाप्तति च वन्द्यस्य तां विधावन्नियन्त्रणां सोऽभिषेवमाप्नोति सर्वमेकतयः कृष्णाजन्मसुदुर्गस्य मठं व्यापासनायुधः हिन्दादीनानि दीढाप्रतिकरि वित्तं रूपेण हीनेन महादेवेन गिरिशं योरिष्ठं ध्यायिका नित्यं जपति संस्फुटं ससिद्धस्मृतिगन्धर्वोजायते बने न दैवाप्तस्य बहिं वापि गजायते नाममृत्युसंजाति मृदोमोक्षमोक्य ज्ञात्वा प्रारभ्य कृतुर्वनोविनस्ति तदोज्ञात् सम्पन्नमिदं प्रारभ्यते पदेः सौभाग्यात् यत्किञ्चित् दृष्टजन्नाजने तत्तरं तत्प्रसादेन तेन जापीडं शुभं तनेष्टुप्यमानैकं तोत्रे भद्रचकेः भवत्येव समग्रापि ततः प्रारभ्य वियुज्यते ऐश्वर्ययत्प्रसादेन सौभाग्यारोग्यतमः सत्त्वकार्यकरोमोक्षस्त्रियदेशानकिञ्जनैः इदं स्तोत्रमधीत्वा महास्तोत्रं पठेन्नरः सर्वशमवेदः समस्त फलमस्तु ते ओम सर्वमंगल मांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी प्रार्थयेत् ओम दिव्य योगी महायोगी सिद्ध योगी गणेश्वरी वेदा सीडागिनी काली कालरात्रि निशाचरी जंगारी जोर्ध वेदारी हिकारी भूतदंपरी ऊर्धकेती विरूपाक्षी शुष्कांगी नरभोजनी राक्षसी और रक्ताक्षी विश्वरूपी भयंकरी चामुंडी वीर कौमारी कौमारी मुंडधारिणी कमरी रुद्र वेदाली भीष्मरी त्रिपुरांतकी भैरवी दुमसनी क्रोधी दुर्मुखी प्रेतवागिनी कट्वांगी दीर्घलंबोष्ठी मालिनी मंत्रयोगिनी कौशिकी मर्दिनी यक्षी रोमशंका प्रगारिणी कलाग्नि ग्रामणी चक्री कंकाली भुवनेश्वरी पटकारी वीरभद्रेशी धूम्राक्षी कलकप्रिया खंडगी नाटकी मारी यमदूती करारिणी सहस्राक्षी कामरोला काकधुंट्रा तुर्भुगी तुठडी कड़ी घोड़ी कबाली विजलंगिनी चतुष्षष्टि समाख्यादाः योगिन्यो वरसिद्धिदाः नित्यं स्मरण मात्रेण सर्वपाप क्षयो भवेत् इति मंगल प्रार्थनानि समर्पयामि नमः परिदाः ओम सूर्याय नमः ओम चंद्राय नमः ओम सूर्याय नमः ओम चंद्राय नमः ओम मंगलाय नमः ओम बुधाय नमः ओम बृहस्पतये नमः ओम शुक्राय नमः ओम शनिश्चराय नमः ओम राघवे नमः ओम केतवे नमः ओम समस्त कालाय देवताभ्यो नमः आवाहयामि आसनादिकं समर्पयामि नमः अस्मिन् करते जागरिच्छति येदानि वायुलिंगाय कालहस्तीश्वर शिव कुंभे आवाहयामि नमः ओम सूर्याय वेदाभ्यो नमः वाक्यं समर्पयामि अर्घ्यं समर्पयामि आनन्द्यं समर्पयामि नवराजिकाय महावस्त्रविधेयं समर्पयामि नमः नवराजिकाय नमः हेदानि महायज्ञसूत्रं यज्ञरूपं समर्पयामि नमः नवराजिकस्वामिने नमो नमः चन्दनाकुङ्कुमकस्तूरीरोजनामृतमदे कस्तूरीरोजनामृतमदे महासौभाग्यविधेयं समर्पयामि नमः हेदानि महारक्तपुष्पेण पूजयामि नमः ओम राम ह्रीं रौं स्वाहा सूर्याय नमः ओम वं रं वं स्वाहा चन्द्राय नमः ओम क्रां क्लीं रौं स्वाहा कारकाय नमः ओम ह्रां क्लीं रौं स्वाहा बुधाय नमः ओम जां क्लीं रौं स्वाहा गुरवे नमः ओम घां क्लीं रौं स्वाहाय नमः ओम प्रां क्लीं रौं स्वाहा शनीश्वराय नमः ओम गां क्लीं रौं स्वाहा राघवे नमः ओम गां क्लीं रौं स्वाहा केतवे नमः आदित्यादि नवग्रहदेवताभ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहाकारं सपुटं भवतु नमो नमः नमनादिकस्वामी ओम ध्यानाय स्वाहा ओम उदानाय स्वाहा ओम धमानाय स्वाहा ओम ब्रह्मणे ओम वैकत्तनोपसां से मातंडो भास्करोर्भिः योग प्रकाशनिश्चयः लोकराशी त्रिविक्रमः अत्यष्टमः सूर्यः अंशुमानी दिवाकरः ओम ब्रह्मा मुरारे त्रिपुरान्तकारी भानुत्तते भूमिसुतो बुधस्ते गुरुश्च शुक्रः शनिकेतवः सर्वे त्रिकाः शान्तिकरा भवन्तु नमः इति मन्त्रप्रार्थने समर्पयामि नमः क्रमेण एदानि महाकृष्ण परमात्मद आराध मंगलम समर्पयामि नमः। ओम कृष्ण परमात्मा ओम कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरे परमात्मने नंदगोप हरेदार संभव ओम श्री कृष्णाय नमः। आवागनं समर्पयामि नमः। समर्पयामि नमः। वाक्यं समर्पयामि नमः। ओम वाक्यं समर्पयामि नमः। ओम अर्घ्यं समर्पयामि नमः। ओम अर्घ्यं समर्पयामि नमः। ओम आधमयत्रयं समर्पयामि नमः। ओम दानं समर्पयामि नमः। ओम दानकाले ओम जगद्देवं देवं विश्वास्तं पितरं भुवं तं नारायणं देवमक्षरं परमं घरं विष्णुः परमं नित्यं विष्णुं नारायणं हरिं विष्णुमेवेदं विष्णुमुपजीवने भजन्विद्यास्मेश्वरकं दासकं शिवमर्पितं नारायणं नारायणं विश्वात्मानं नारायणं नारायणपरो ज्योतिरात्मा नारायणपरः नारायणपरं ब्रह्मदत्तं नारायणपरः नारायणात्मानं नारायणपरः यस्य किञ्चित् अन्तर्भगितदर्शर्वं ध्याप्य नारायणस्थितः अनन्तमभ्यन्तमद्रयन्तं नित्यसम्भवं पद्मघोषप्रदेकादकं हृदयं चाप्यतोमुखम् अधो नित्याभिदस्यान्तेनाभ्यामुपरितिष्ठते ज्वालमालाकुलं भारे विश्वचारिधनं मगने सन्दर्भं धिराविस्फुरं वज्रागोदन्निमं तस्यान्ते त्रिं लोकं तस्मिन् सर्वं प्रतिष्ठितं सत्यमस्ते महालक्ष्मीर्विश्वाख्यर्विश्वरोः सोऽग्रवयन्धिजनागारमजलकविः तुर्यगोत्तमधद्राजीरत्मरकथसन्दरा सन्धावयदीक्षन्देकमाभादधर्मज्जगः तद्यमस्तेमन्दिकानीयोपास्वाभिवस्थितः नीलरोजनमध्यर्थः दिज्जल्लेके उपास्तरः निमरोगवत्तन्ने भीदावा आसत्यनोपमा सत्या आत्काजा मध्ये परमा आत्मविवस्थितः सत्यं भद्रते भद्रगरिसेन्द्र गोत्रपरमसुरार हृदयं सत्यं परं ब्रह्मपुरुषं कृष्णपिङ्गरम् ॐ त्रयम्बिरो भाष्यं विश्वरूपाय वै नमो नमः। ॐ नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय तन्नो विष्णुप्रचोदयात् विष्णोऽष्टकं वेद्यानि सोऽयं यप्पार्थिवान् विममेलजागं धियोऽस्कभाजे नृत्तरकं ददस्तं विचक्रमान् वेदोरुगान्यो विष्णोरुराडमधिविष्णो आपृष्टमधिविष्णो नृत्रे एकाविष्णो सूरधिविष्णो आध्रुवमसि वैष्णवमधिविष्णवे स्वाहा। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम नंदनंदनाय विद्महे नवनीतघोषाय धीमहि तन्नः प्रचोदयात्। 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 ओम नमो भगवते तुभ्यं वासुदेवाय धीमहि प्रद्युम्नाय अनिरुद्धाय नमः शङ्करजनाय नमः स्वाहा। ओम नमो भगवते तुभ्यं वासुदेवाय धीमहि प्रद्युम्नाय अनिरुद्धाय नमः शङ्करजनाय नमः स्वाहा। ओम नमो भगवते तुभ्यं वासुदेवाय धीमहि प्रद्युम्नाय अनिरुद्धाय नमः शङ्करजनाय नमः स्वाहा। ओम नमो भगवते तुभ्यं वासुदेवाय धीमहि प्रद्युम्नाय अनिरुद्धाय नमः शङ्करजनाय नमः स्वाहा। ओम नमो भगवते तुभ्यं वासुदेवाय धीमहि प्रद्युम्नाय अनिरुद्धाय नमः शङ्करजनाय नमः स्वाहा। ओम नमो भगवते तुभ्यं वासुदेवाय प्रद्युम्नाय अनिरुद्धाय नमः संकर्षणाय नमः स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते तुभ्यं वासुदेवाय धीमहि प्रद्युम्नाय अनिरुद्धाय नमः संकर्षणाय नमः स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते तुभ्यं वासुदेवाय धीमहि प्रद्युम्नाय अनिरुद्धाय नमः संकर्षणाय नमः स्वाहा ॐ श्री कृष्णाय नमः ॐ श्री कृष्णाय नमः ॐ कमलनाभाय नमः ॐ देवकीनन्दनाय नमः ॐ शङ्खवृन्दकाय नमः ॐ शार्ङ्गधन्वाय नमः ॐ राधादेवी प्राणवल्लभाय नमः ॐ श्री शिशुबालकृष्णस्वामिने नमो नमः एतानि तुलसीदलानि अक्षराणि समर्पयामि नमः ॐ धूपम् ॐ जलं पुष्पपुरोवेदं सुगन्धं सुमधुरम् अग्निजत्सर्वदेवानां धूपोऽयं प्रतिष्ठितम् मङ्गल सुमाग्नादयामि नमः ॐ धूपाधिपतये वन्दयमो नमः वेदान् शिवार्कस्ताय नमः धूपाधिपतये नमो नमः ॐ साध्यं दोषं नित्यमया धूर्यं मया दीपं गृहाण देवे तत्रैलोक्यपुरापमाचमः नाय कृतदीपं दर्शयामि दीपाधिपतये सूर्याय नमो नमः महामङ्गलपूर्ववेदानि महाप्रसादविधेयं प्रसादविधेयं अमृतोद्भवे अमृतवर्षे अमृतं द्रावय श्रावय 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 स्वाहाकारं कृत्वा अमृतं भवतु नमो नमः अमृताभिदानमसि वेदानि महामङ्गल शिवालकृष्णानि नमो नमः पुष्पांजलियुक्त प्रदक्षिण नमस्कार महाविशेषम पुष्पांजलि नमः ओम जानि कानि च पापानि जन्मान्तरे कृतानि च कानि कानि शस्त्रनि सत्यदेवते अन्यथा शरणं त्वमेव शरणं मे तस्मात् कारुण्यभावेन रक्ष रक्ष श्रीकृष्ण परमात्मने नमः इति मङ्गल अनन्तकोटि प्रदक्षिण नमस्कार महाविशेषम समर्पयामि नमः ओम
शोभन अंगकटिपीताम्बरम् जयति जय प्रेम मुदित मन से कहो राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम। प्रेम मुदित मन से कहो राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम।
जय जगदीश हरे जय गोपाल हरे अच्छा
By the end of the day,
Friends, Kanhaya Lal ki jai. Mohanji, that bhajan that you sing is such a beautiful one. Those who understand the meaning, it is so appropriate. As we are here under this tent to pray to the Lord, just those who get close to the Lord, they're near to the Lord through their bhakti. The diya will light even too far if there's rain, wind, whatever the case may be. Meaning in the hardship of life, you will still be bright. So it's a beautiful bhajan. We ask God to continue. You have a lot of time to get this selection and utilize it wisely to come and sing here. Prem Solo Vyasji Maharaj, once again this morning, we are going to listen to beautiful katha from the Bhagavad Mahapuran. This is a Mahapuran, it's one of the great Purans that we have, 118, and we ask that through the recitation of these prayers, that Bhagavan Shri Krishna, firstly, we ask him to bless Ravi. Today is his birthday, Dr. Ravi Dubey. He is in Pennsylvania working as a frontline worker. We ask the Lord to keep him well and bless him that he may return home safely when the time comes to serve with his other dear ones. And we also remember some of the people like Leela, who is a notable omission here. Unfortunately, she hasn't come yet, but we pray. She was always involved in the yajna here. We ask God to bless her and to keep her well. And Auntie Mrs. Lal, she always supports help from Florida. Her daughter came a few times, but we pray her husband has passed. We ask God to bless Auntie too, because she has sent messages remembering us. So I'll hand you over now to bless.
Today we are doing this portion of the Bhagavad Gita in the memory of Pandit Gokaran Sharma from Guyana, who passed away 26 years ago. He was the husband of my godchild, Indrani, and he was the son of my godbrother, the late Pandit Devnath Sharma. Pandit Gokaran Sharma was among the last of the knowledgeable Pandits in Guyana, who was taught very well by his guru, Pandit Rama, those who in Guyana know Rama, Pandit Rama, and performed another good work and had a beautiful voice, which he inherited from his father, and of course from his mother's side. His mamus were very great singers, and his dada was also a great singer. And we pray and ask that wherever that Jiva is today, may he be blessed. So when we do this, we ask that may the Agni take the blessings from this yajna and comfort him. And I know Irani and Rudra will always remember him, but no one remembers him more than his own brother here, Pandit Bhoj. Was Pandit Bhoj's brother, and I know the love that Pandit Bhoj had for his brother Gokaran. It was a real brotherly love, which you hardly see these days. So hopefully this will give some comfort to Pandit Bhoj also, Ditch, and Indrani, and everyone else. Om Yanmadalam Dakaram Vishalam Pratam Pravanti Ramanadi Daridya Duk Chaitaranancha Puratumam Tatsaviturvaredam Yanmandalam Devagara Suryam Puratmam Tatsaviturvarenyam Yanmandalam Yanagaram Jagamyam Teloka Pujam Jagunatmarupam Samastatejo Maya Divya Rupam Puratmam Tatsaviturvarenyam Yanmandalam Meravido Vadanti Gayante Yacharana Siddha Sangha Yad Yogino Yog Yusham Cha Sanghar Puratumam Tatsaviturvarenyam Yanmandalam Sarvajaneshu Pujitam Jyotishta Puryadhe Parjaroke Yad Kala Kalp Srikanancha Puratumam Tatsaviturvarenyam Yadmandalam Veda Veda Bhagitam Yadyoginam Yoga Vajrapathayugamyam Tatsarvadevam Pranamami Suryam Puratumam Tatsaviturvarenyam Everybody, Om Bhurbhuva Sava Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Prachodayat. For those of us who have our departed dear ones, Judas, Gayatri Howard, you can also pray for them. For those of us who are celebrating any special occasion, we can use this also. It's a very powerful mantra to Lord Suraj. Om Bhurbhuva Svaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuva Svaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Prachodayat. For Dr. Ravi Dubey, who is celebrating his birthday today all the way in Pittsburgh, we do the Trambaka mantra. Om Trayambakam Yajamaye Subandhim Pushtivaradhanam Urvarukabhivandhanam Mrityor Mukshiyamamritate Swaha. Om Trayambakam Yajamaye Subandhim Pushtivaradhanam Urvarukabhivandhanam Mrityor Mukshiyamamritate Swaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Vanshi Vibhushita Karan Davaniyadavan Idambarat Anuravyababalam Darushtan Punetu Sundaramukhan Aravindanetrat Krishnat Param Kimapi Tattvamagaho na jane. Krishnadvaniyara Parapam Kajapanjarate Advaivame Vishatumanasaраjagarsa Prana Prayana Samaye Kapavana Pritte Andavaru Dhanavidho Sparanam Udastare Hare. Vidyarambam Karishami Siddhirabhati Yakuna ilm Usana Hara Yashubhavasamita She has to maintain social distance. It's your friend. I'll be having problems with her. She can sit with you, but she must maintain social distance. Thanks. Oh. Shayanam explained last night that 2 inches were always short of the rope that Yashoda was trying to tie Bhagwan Krishna with. And no matter how much she lengthened the rope was always short, 2 inches. And the reason for this prayer is these 2 inches is to get rid of I and mind. I and mind. Katha today is about that. I and mind. Because I and mind, I plus my equal to E-G. And E-G-O means Siva. Siva, what does E-G-O mean? What's the acronym of, not the ego, but the acronym of E-G-O, what does it mean? Okay, you don't come to temple, you're too much busy at home with 3 children, I suppose, and working all night, operating. Edging, gone, out. Edging, gone, out, ego. So when we have, all of us have our egos, what we pray for, when we speak, Govinda Damodara Madhaveti, O Damodara, O Madhava, please remove, help me to remove this ego. And this ego can only be removed a little bit if your mind starts to become pure. But when our minds are so inundated with anger, and greed, and hate, etc., those bad things, you understand, Shreya? With those bad things, then purity of mind does not come. And if purity of mind does not come, then it's difficult for you to pray to God. Your mind really goes away when you pray if your purity of your mind does not come. And that is why we do this Govinda Damodar Stota to ask us to remove these impurities from us. It is translations in your book. But the greatest happiness in this world, comes in the study God, is for us to be in the company of saints and sages. Since there is a shortage of saints and sages the world over, definitely in Canada, we try to hold on to the kata, we try to hold on to the text, we try to hold on to our prayers as our satsang. And when we have satsang, satsang will brighten our minds, brighten our intellect, gives us the power of discrimination. What it says? Vedo satsang without satsang, you cannot get that vivek, that enlightenment. Vedo satsang Vivekana Huye Samakrit Pavita Suyadana Suye Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo we have to do in life is to maintain that purity, that sanctity of our hearts. Believe me. Doesn't matter what havan you do, it doesn't matter how much puja you do, if you don't have purity of heart, you're just wasting your time and you're wasting his time. So try to attain purity of heart. This is all he asked. You know, when Hiranyakashipu was killed by Narsingh Bhagwan, Narsingh Bhagwan asked Prahlad, Prahlad, what can I do for you? What can I give you? I told you this couple, I don't know, 9 days ago. And what Prahlad said to him, I can't remember what Prahlad said to him.
He didn't ask for it. He says, he doesn't want anything but forgive his father and...
No. Before that. You were right first. Prahlad said, I want nothing. That's what Prahlad said. I want nothing from you. All I want is I must remember you every day. That's what Prahlad asked for. I want nothing. When we come and pray for something, Bhagwan will give us. Kuch se kuch denenge. He'll give you something. If you pray and you ask, remove this, remove that, he'll do that. But when you pray and you ask for what? Nothing. What does he do, Sonia? He gives you? This is what we have to understand. And you know what Prahlad told him? Prahlad told him that no one of your devotee has got this affection that you have given me. Why? Have you seen anywhere where the Lord has taken anyone in his lap and embraced him and he took his long lion tongue out and charted him. You know what is charty, Sonia? Huh? Charty Gujarati too? Oh, charty him, lick him. And Prahlad felt so good. He said, tell me, Prahlad is asking the Lord, Lord, tell me, have you seen any of your devotees got this type of treatment? What more do I want? You put me in your lap. You embraced me. You hugged me. Ram Bhagwan went to Shabari. He went to Kevat. He went to all these people. Sutikshna, Jatayu. He never embraced them. Vatsacha, he never embraced them. He never hugged them. He never put him on his lap. But Prahlad put him on his lap because the Lord knew the difficulties that Prahlad went through, yet he never what? Gave up. He never ever gave up. We give up so quickly. A person will say something goes wrong with his child or whatever the case may be. You know what they do? They take Bhagwan's booty and they throw it away in the garden. They don't want anything to do with Bhagwan. They don't want nothing to do with Bhagwan anymore. And afterwards, when grace comes upon them, then they run in the garden somewhere, they throw the booty away and bring the booty back to them. Sira para Sita Ram Ram, Sira para Sita Ram, so kar phir kya karna, Sira para Sita Ram, so kar phir kya karna, Sira para Sita Ram, so kar phir kya karna. Your everything, the whole jigsaw puzzle that fits together. The jigsaw puzzle which tells you that not only you alone exist in this world. Many of us feel that only I alone exist. I am this big doctor, I am this big professional, I am this big businessman, I am this big billionaire. All of us are equal, right? All of us are equal. Some of us are given some custody of a few material things. Some of us are not given, but we are all the same. And that is Athato Brahma Jigyasa in your book. I only know who? Only know Brahman. Or if you understand this one thing, that whatever God has given you materially, that's good. But never ever let it go to your head to that extent. because सब कोई कहाँ पर जाएंगे? एक जगह पर जाएंगे. कहाँ पर? All of us go to the same route. Say Krishna Govinda. सामग्रियों के साथ इस पर्वत के गर्दे में आकर आराम से बैठ जाओ. When the rains were coming on Vrindavan, because Indra was so upset. What Bhagwan did? Bhagwan lifted the mountain on his little finger. And when he lifted the mountain on his finger, he told the people of Braj, please come, all of you come and take shelter. Bring your cows, bring your whatever material you have, and come and take shelter, because I want to break the ego of Indra. और देखो तुम लोग ऐसे शंका ना करना कि मेरे हाथ से यह पर्वत गिर पड़ेंगे. And don't worry, this mountain will not come off my finger, little finger. It is set up to the little finger, you know. But what? The nail of the, Surya, mother will take over. The nail of the little finger. The nail of the little finger. और तुम लोग तनिक भी मत डरो, इस आंधी पानों के डर से तुम्हें बचने लगे कि मैंने यह युक्ति रची है. जब भगवान श्री कृष्ण ने इस प्रकार सबको आश्वासन दिया, ढाढ़स बंधाया, तब सबके सब ग्वाल अपने अपने गोधन, छकड़ों, आश्रितों, पुरोहितों और भृत्यों की अपने अपने साथ लेकर सुबीते के अनुसार गोवर्धन के गड्ढे में आंख घुसे. भगवान श्री कृष्ण सब ब्रजवासियों देखते देखते भूख प्यास की पीड़ा, आराम विश्राम की आवश्यकता आदि सब कुछ भूलकर 7 दिन तक लगातार उस पर्वतों को उठाए रखा. वे एक दर भी वहां से इधर उधर नहीं हुए. श्री कृष्ण की योग माया यह प्रभाव देखकर इंद्र के आश्चर्य का ठिकाना न रहा. अपना संकल्प पूरा न होने के कारण उनके सारी इकड़ी बंद हो गई. वे पौचक्के से रह गए. इसके बाद उन्होंने मेघों को अपने ओम को वर्षा करने से रोक दिया. जब गोवर्धनधारी भगवान श्री कृष्ण ने देखा कि वहाँ भयंकर आंधी और घनघोर वर्षा बंद हो गई, आकाश से बादल छट गए और सूर्य दिखने लगे, तब उन्होंने गोपों से कहा, हे मेरे प्यारे गोपो, अब तुम लोग निडर हो जाओ और अपने स्त्रियों, गोधन तथा बच्चों के साथ बाहर निकल जाओ. देखो अब आंधी पानी बंद हो गया तथा नदियों के पानी भी उतर गया. भगवान की ऐसी आज्ञा पाकर अपने अपने गोधन स्त्रियों, बच्चों और बूढ़ों के साथ ले तथा अपनी सामग्री छकड़ों पर लादकर धीरे धीरे सब लोग बाहर निकल गए. सर्वशक्तिमान भगवान श्री कृष्ण भी सब प्राणियों को देखते देखते खेल खेल में ही गिरिराज का पर्वत उसके स्थान पर रख दिया. प्रेम से बोलो गोवर्धन महाराज की. और ब्रजवासियों हृदय प्रेम के आवेगा से बढ़ रहा था और पर्वत को रखते ही वे भगवान श्री कृष्ण के पास दौड़ आए. कोई उन्हें हृदय लगाने और कोई छूने लगा. सबने उनका सत्कार किया. बड़े बूढ़ी गोपियों ने बड़े आनंद और स्नेह से दही चावल जलादि से उनका मंगल तिलक किया और उन्मुक्त हृदय से शुभाशीर्वाद दिए. यशोदा रानी, रोहिणी जी, नंद बाबा और बलवानों में श्रेष्ठ बलराम जी ने स्नेहातुर होकर श्री कृष्ण को हृदय में लगा लिया तथा आशीर्वाद दिए. हे परीक्षित, उस समय आकाश में स्थित देवता साध्य सिद्ध गंधर्व और चारण आदि प्रसन्नता होकर भगवान की स्तुति करने हुए उन पर फूलों की वर्षा करने लगे. ओम नमो भगवते with the Brahmasa of Ashwatthama. She prayed to him and he saved her baby. How he saved her baby? He went into her womb and he went around the baby and around the baby and around the baby, and that's what the baby was born. Pahi Pahi Mahayagya. The Maya even affected Indra. Indra, who was the king of the gods. And what Maya means, the last time I told you what Maya means means that which is not. That which is not. In other words, Maya is a delusion. This world is a delusion. But we feel this world is real. But the Lord, who is real, He hides himself from us. And that is why this Katha is telling us, just like how Indra was under this Maya, that he was so great that there's no one who could conquer him. This Maya captures even Devatas. What about people like ourselves? Shiva Shankara Tere Maya. What it means? Jala Vichaya. Sorry? What does that mean? Jala. He spread his net. Jala. He spread his net of delusion. And we all become wrapped up in it. Like how a spider gets, a fly gets wrapped up in a spider's web. Shira? On a spider's web. On a spider's web. This spider can walk on it. But no other insect or animal can walk on it. You know why? I just want you to think about this. I know you're mature enough to think about this. The Lord has made the spider and has made the web. The spider makes its web. Yet the spider's web is a sticky substance. Because when the fly goes there, the fly gets stuck onto the web. Got it? And then the spider will come and eat the web. But why should the spider walk on the web? You know what? Why should the spider walk on the web? Why a spider can walk on its web? But no animal can walk, no other insect can walk on the web. You know why? Huh?
God allowed it to.
Yeah, that is true. God allows it. Why? Well, why? What's the scientific reason? You're right, fella. What? I'll take a couple of minutes rest while you take a look. What?
I don't know.
Rupa? What?
Well, it
But-
needs to go there to get back.
I know that. I know it needs to go there. I'm asking you why. Why does it get stuck on its web, Robin?
Because its tentacles are immune to that substance.
Very good guess. Its legs, which is walkable, God has made it in such a way that it cannot stick upon its web. You understand, Shreya? Only the spider has that quality. No other insect has. So I just want to tell you, when you think about these things, and someone tell you that God does not exist, you understand what I'm saying? Who can sort all these things out so in such great detail that the spider does not get stuck on its web? It has to be somebody. I'm not saying it's Rama, I'm not saying it's Krishna, I'm not saying it's Brahma, I'm saying they got to be somebody. We worship him as Rama, Krishna, Brahma, we worship him. Others worship him as something else. That's fine. That is why Hinduism, what you know, say, I cannot state this enough for you little children to understand, and even adults. That is why Hinduism is such a beautiful religion. It's universal. He says it doesn't matter whose pathway you come to be by. Active. Whereas in Christianity, especially in Catholicism, it says you have to worship Jesus, the Lord, as the Son of God, and in Islam you have to come to me through Allah. We don't say that. This is the difference that we have. Okay? Shiva Shankara Teri Maya. And then we come out. And while we are in our mother's womb, what do we say? We pray to God, because the fetus is mixed up in all its urine and its feces and all its amniotic fluid. Oh my God, it's bubbling in it. And the fetus is saying, Lord, allow me. When I come out from here, I do not want to come back again. Please, I beg you. Bhaja Govinda, Bhaja Govinda, Govinda, Bhaja Govinda, hey, Bolo!
Bhaja Govinda, Bhaja Govinda, Govinda, Bhaja Govinda.
Bhaja Govinda, Bhaja Govinda, Bhaja Govinda. Sarvate Sarvigiti Karte, Lahira Vishati, Nadodina Karte.
Bhaja Govinda, Bhaja Govinda, Govinda, Bhaja Govinda.
What is the verse that I want to get? Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi
Bhaja
he or she is saying, I don't want to be come back into this Punarapi Jalanam, Punarapi Maranam. I don't want to be born in the cycle of what you call it, Awa, go on. Awa, go on, coming and going, coming and going. I don't want that anymore. But when the child comes out, Shreya, first thing the doctor does, gives the child to the mother. And the mother holds the child. Is that true, Sonia? And the mother look upon the baby and say, oh my God, what a beautiful baby. It may be ugly as sin. But when the mother holds the baby, and the baby holds the baby to her, oh, the love started to pour from the baby, from the mother, and from then the mother started to teach the child. When the mother started to teach the child, you are mine. You don't belong to any others. I and mine. I and mine. And then when the child is small and young, she will fight, or he will fight with his little people who are around them, and they make up back in 2 minutes. Is that true? As soon as you become an adolescent, there's no making up back anymore. Take long to make up. So because of the influence of children, it's actors. Garame Sundara, Garame Shiva Shankara and this illusion or delusion, whatever we call it, is of intricate escape. And so in Radha Sundara Nari, very beautiful wife coming to your home, Deka Deka Lalachai. Vatsache ke Rakesh? Vatsache? Radha Sundara Nari Manohar, Deka Deka Lalachaya. Suna Suna Miti Bata Sutanako. Children. When the child is small, you know, they speak, they lisp or they speak a little parrot, etc. They love to hear it. You don't want them to change the way they talk. Is that true? You want that talk to go on forever. But like everything in this world is cyclical. No matter how much you don't want that child to change that totally bhasha it's called. Talk like a pigeon, like a little bird. You used to talk like a little bird, Balkan? No? You never used to talk like a little bird, you do? Then your mother doesn't want you to change, but then what happens? Change comes. This is the way of the world. Oh, Sri Krishna Govinda. आदि प्रसन्न होकर भगवान की स्तुति करने के हुए और उन पर फूलों की वर्षा करने लगे. And they started to throw flowers. All the devatas, they came out from the heavens to throw flowers upon Bhagwan Krishna, who had done this beautiful leela. और इसके बाद भगवान श्री कृष्ण ने ब्रज की यात्रा की. ब्रज की यात्रा दी started to do pilgrimage around Braja. उनके बगल में बलराम जी चल रहे थे और उनके प्रेमी ग्वाल उनकी सेवा कर रहे थे. उनके साथ ही प्रेमी गोपियां भी अपने हृदय को आकर्षित करने वाले, उसमें प्रेम जगाने वाले भगवान की गोवर्धन धारणा लीलाओं का गान करती हुई बड़े आनंद से ब्रज में लौट आए कि श्रीमद् भागवते महापुराणे परमहंसायाम संहितायां दशमस्कंधे पूर्वाणे पंचविंशोऽध्याय. ब्रज बोलो कृष्ण भगवान की जय. So Bhagwan raised the mountain of Govardhan. Why did Bhagwan do all these leelas? First, there was a Rakshas that came like a hurricane, a wind, to kill Bhagwan. Tridava, he destroyed it. Then one Rakshas came as fire, set fire, he destroyed it. Then he went to the water and destroyed Kalyana, right? So what else? Then he lifted Mount Govardhan. All these leelas of Krishna is trying to purify the 5 elements. Akash, the Rakshasa came through space. Akash, the one that came through like a hurricane, so that space, wind, fire, water, where he went into this water to kill the snake. And then Govardhan, which is earth, he lifted it up to show you Bhagwan has come in this earth, on this earth, not only to do these miracles just for so, but to purify the 5 elements, which elements man is made up of. And when these 5 elements are purified like this, and when we read about this Leela, when we remember about this Leela, is reminding us that we must keep the 5 elements of which we are made up of pure, clean. You remember Hanumanji? He was flying to Lanka. Flying through space, he purified space. He went into the water to kill who? Anybody remember? Who he killed in the water? Robert? Huh? Sursa. It was Sursa. Singika was the one who caught him, but Sursa was there. He didn't kill Sursa. He didn't kill Sursa, but he went into the water to purify the water. Then on the earth, what he did on the earth? He killed who? What's her name again? What is her name? The lady who killed him, who was the guardian of the gate of Lankini. He killed Lankini, purified the earth. Then he put the fire on in Lanka, he purified the earth, the fire. So all these things are the philosophical meaning of them are that Bhagwan has purified all these places so that we can become pure. Radhe Radhe Shyam.
Radhe 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 Radhe
Radhe Radhe Radhe Radhe Radhe Govinda.
Radhe Govinda Radhe Chandra Sila Bandhu Radhe Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe Chandra
little gopis and gwals of Vrindavan, there he asked them, I alone can't lift this mountain. You all have to put your sticks there to help me with this mountain. This is the cooperative spirit that was shown in Srimad Bhagavad Purana. You all have to put your sticks, because without your sticks, this mountain will fall. So, they all put their stick up. Lift the mountain. And these guys, they said, he think he's lifting the mountain. Our sticks are the one that will lift up the mountain. How quick we take ownership over this thing. Our sticks are lifting the mountain, not him. So Bhagavan, he knows everything. What he did? He let the mountain shake. Let the mountain shake a little bit, So when the mountain started to shake, all the sticks started to fall all over the place, and only he alone was up there. All the fellows fell off, all their sticks fell off, just he. And then they realized that their ego was getting the better of them. But the good thing about this, when the mountain was lifted and they came out of the mountain, they forgot that he was the Lord. They all went and they all played with him, but this Maya does not escape any of us. Then Nanda Baba, the older gopis and gwals of Vrindavan asked Nanda Baba, how come he could lift his mountain up? Because he always tried not to let these gopis and gwals of Vrindavan know that he was the Supreme Lord, because otherwise they would not be able to play with him. So then Nanda Baba explained to them, he's not an ordinary child. He has a lot of powers. And because he has lots of powers, these things happen from time to time. So the Abhiman of Indra was broken. And in Krishna Leela, the Abhiman of who else was broken? The Abhiman of Brahma was broken. You know what happened to Sanya? One day, they had a picnic. Can you imagine that? We had picnic thousands of years ago. These guys only know what picnic the other day. We had picnic since then. And while they were having this picnic, Bhagavan Krishna said, every one of you must bring something. You don't tell the children stories? Robin? Robin? You're sleeping? What? Since Rupert took over, everything changed. What? Oh. Anyhow, so you don't remember? So when Brahma, he had his picnic, he asked all the gopis and gwals, you must bring something. So there was one gop, his name was Manu Mangal. He was extremely poor, extreme poverty. He told his mother, said, look, I have to take something to the picnic tomorrow. She said, look, I don't have anything. He said, I don't care, you have to give me something. He said, I have some sour charge. Some charge was there for a long time, it got sour. If you want, you can take that. So he took it. Picnic, beautiful spread, mats, carpets, and everybody to go there. Barfi and laddu and jalebi and all these beautiful things. And Bhagavan Krishna was eating, and Bhagavan Krishna was looking for Manu Mangal. The Lord always loves those who are downtrodden and fallen, and who are extreme crisis of that the Lord loves them. So he looked for Manu Mangal and asked, hey Manu Mangal, where are you? And he was hiding behind a tree. And he decided that instead of giving the charge to Bhagavan Krishna, he was taking charge himself. And he had this charge in his mouth. Was about to swallow it when Bhagavan came. He said, what do you have in your mouth? And Bhagavan took it to his mouth. The charge pitched on his hand. Then he what? Licked it. And when he licked it, Brahma said, chi. He is Brahman? He is no Brahman. He is an ordinary boy. And what did Brahma do, Sanya? Siba? For 26 years, you believe this. Shreya, you're hearing it for the first time, right? So what Brahma did, Brahma hid the cows and calves in a cave in a mountain. When Krishna came out, he saw no cows and some calves. Then he decided, you know what? I know who's on this. And what he did, he became the cows and he became the calves. Because, as a matter of fact, he became the calves, not the cows, the calves of the cows. The cows were there, but the calves were here. And when he went home, he hid Brahma hid the calves and hid the boys and goats and goats and Vrindavan. So when he said, I will teach Brahma a lesson, he became the the children of the gopis, and he became the calves of the cows of Vrindavan. And the cows were always telling him, "Oh, we would like you to come and suckle from our udder. Just like how our calves are suckling from us, we would like you to come and suckle from us." So because he became the calves of Vrindavan, he was able to do that. And these children, because he was part of that, the children were so well behaved, the parents could not believe how come these children are so well behaved. But why they were well behaved? Because they were all Bhagwan Krishna. Charo Jugana Naam Tumhara Pyare Krishna I personally dedicate this bhajan. तुम्हारे थे प्रभु हम तुम्हारे हैं हम तुम्हारे see so many volunteers in front of me here today who was worked so hard for a temple in different aspects from time to time. In front of me sits Rakesh, Bruce, Pandit Shastri, my brothers, so many of you. Where is he? Oh, he's sleeping. So little. Oh, बहुत थक गया. COVID, of course. Also, those who are here talk about. There are so many others. People ask, do we have volunteers at Vishnu Temple? We don't count volunteers as such wanted, but we have so many volunteers. Had it not been for volunteers, we would not be able to steer this mighty ship. Rupa, who was in front of me, I don't know where she is now. She was a good volunteer for us also. And प्रभाजी क्या किया बहुत कुछ किया हिंदू है यहाँ पर तो हिंदू जी बोलेंगे कि प्रभात has a tremendous amount to work for us even when he's not well he does not work for us. I just decided I saw so many volunteers I decided to call in Italy or car whenever he has time he come but only when he has time that he comes but behind Rakesh is an old man with grey hair. He used to be a very hard volunteer in our temple. You know what is his name? Huh? Bulji Ji. Bulji, when the temple was much smaller, used to fetch the bags. Were you there at that time? Bulji and what that fellow, that Polish guy. Leslie. Bulji, आपको याद है? Yeah. At least you're hearing. I thought you were not hearing anymore. Yeah. And of course, right down at the back in the corner sits Fasi. So many people volunteer for us. Who was your same watch? Raj. He's not here. All those who are here. Oh, in the kitchen. And of course our Ketan Mandali. My godmother is here with us today. Pandit Lalman Sharma. He used to, I knew him when I was a little boy. But you see how his hair is black? His hair is very black. What shocked me one day, I went to the temple and I looked at Raj's hair. And I said, this man's hair has been transformed. It is quite black. I said, and I looked at it and I looked at it. I must tell you, my mind was not on the prayer. My mind was only on his hair. And I looked at his hair. I said, am I saying right? Napraj is dyeing his hair too? Oh my God. But the boys, you got to dye your hair now too, All these boys are dying, your chacha's dying and everything. You got to dye, at least you have here to dye. So now happy congratulations.
Prem se bolo Vyas Ji Maharaj ki jai. I'm sure this morning again it's coming to the end. About 3 sessions left for this yak and we're enjoying it. This Bhagavad Katha has a lot of memories. When we did the first Katha, my Chacha was here from the beginning. He had his own asam and Baba and him started this Katha here.
Pandit
Lionel was also here, Pandit Sarju Prasad. And so many other great souls that passed away. We ask that Bhagwan will bless them, those who are here. And with the blessings of this Katha, when you hear we pray or we do a memorial, don't feel like feeding the dead man. Some people don't like to eat food when they hear that, someone sponsored the memory of their mother or their father. No. If you know that more and Baba can deal with that, our pitras are forms with the Lord. That's why the pitras are devas too. So don't feel that, you go to a katha and you hear memory of this and memory of that. So I do hope that you will take prasad. As Baba said, we sponsored today my bhabi, my nephew and his family, and also my niece. We've all sponsored this katha. This one day Because when Baba went back to Guyana for the first time after migrated to Canada, we took him to Radha Krishna Mandir. My brother was alive then, and he did a 7-day Bhagavad Katha. And he was the only man who was able to remove Benny Hinn when he was comforting people there. Vyasji, our Guru, he preached so well that those who were converted, they become Hindus again. And that was the beginning. And on the 5th Barshi of my brother, he was there with the 9 days Ramayana Yajna and many other yajnas, and he officiated. So it's a lot of memory. We ask that Bhagavan may continue to bless him and bless all the devotees. We will do Arti now, and after Arti, take Prasad. This afternoon, Puja starts in the temple. We'll have Durga Puja, and then Puja in the temple will start about 4:45. 6:30 we'll start here, and then we continue. Prasad here and Bhojan before you leave.
You want banana? Yeah, small banana, small too. Focus on the okay? You want a plum?